Okay, and we are streaming in theory, so welcome to Tars Confusion for the 30th of June. Starting a few minutes early because I never start any of these things at the appropriate time, as I'm sure you're all aware by now. So we have 4 people in the chat, which is why I decided to start it now without any preamble, because apparently we have a game ready. So, let's see how long it takes people to notice. I mean, actually, in fairness, most people just go in there straight away and prepare to ready up, which generally means I have to leap in just on the off chance and then rapidly get things working in short order. So there we go, we have a couple of opponents. We have a third. I know we have a Kyril and a Jesper in the chat. I don't know if Kyril is actually going to play and risk his exceedingly high ranking, which is still showing as 100 because I haven't actually updated the tables from last week. By the way, there was one game that happened after I left. I need the results of that. But we have a fairly traditional lineup here. JPB, Draconis, and Jesper. And also, for some reason, my sound effects are off. It's confusing! Well, I apologize for confusing you, sir. We'll clearly have to deal with this. This is a good starting hand. 3 terminal pairs, 2 bonus triplets available. In fact, Dora triplets available. And a possible push for Honitsu as well. Go to the north here because it's actually the least useful one of the terminals we have. But I could definitely push this for Honitsu. Honitsu's possibly a bit greedy though. We'll see if we get one of these calls, then I might consider it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this is fine. This is building us up. We're going for this Dora. Randomly starting the game with the AI. Yeah, that is a feature. Yeah, we'll take that. East Dora. Unless I got this wrong. No, I got this wrong. These aren't Dora Dragons. I always get this wrong. Don't worry. So that means we are going Honitsu. In fact, if I call the 1, it'd be quite an interesting little thing at the moment. Unfortunately, 2 of my 5 outs are gone. Okay, Tenpai. With what looks very interesting, it has to be said. Toy double bonus tile is definitely a worthy hand to go for. So Draconis just another 5 would be amazing, but it's all good. I mean, we do look on Itsuish as well, so I might want to see if we can swap onto this. Draconis, you've changed your little avatar thing. Huzzah. But yes, hello again. I already noticed you were kind of in the game, so... So there's 6 outs. Actually, no, there's 5 outs left. I don't know if this would be massively improved by going for 9. I suppose if I drew a 9, it would give me the option of possibly putting this into Chanter as well. But Honitsu 2 bonus is definitely fine. But everybody's now is going to be avoiding those Manzu tiles. Ooh, okay. Live red. No, actually, it's not a live red. It's a Dora Dragon, though. Does this mean that you're going to have to play? Yes, it does. That was a bad push. That was a bad push. In fairness, though, I imagine that put him into Tenpai, so... And he is Dealer. Dealer is allowed to be more aggressive. Hey, you pushed. You had 2 safe tiles. But no. Had to try and spoil. In fairness, I gathered you did. It ended possibly appropriately. I didn't put that on stream though, so. But yeah, he claimed he wasn't he hadn't been banned for what he was saying earlier, and I said my apologies, so he banned him. I guess. This though is not looking like a hand that I can really fight with, so next wins. So East is Vidora in this case. Nah. I called Sanchku wouldn't really get me a lot from here. Which in Draconis' case would be huge, but since he's discarded one, he's unlikely to have it. Yeah, I'm miles away from anything, aren't I? Argued that I should have kept the 9 and got rid of a 6 instead, just on the off chance of making this a Jin-Chan, but it feels like a really big long shot at the moment. I'm actually in the lead from Monk. I'm enough in the lead that I can afford to be a bit passive. It also gives me 4 pairs. Alright. Hey Saints, how are we doing? I guess this also puts me 2 from a 7 pairs Tenpai, so. Or I suppose that's another way it could go. Is it worth a late lunge for this?
Home.
It's not worth the late lunge for this. I know it's not, but I'm going to have a go anyway. I just want to put some pressure on it. This means I'm 1 from Tenpai now. Watch me immediately deal back that Mungan now.
Each.
Yeah, okay. That was an error. It's fine, though. I can cover it off. Could call that and be in Tenpai, but no. Play the safe tile. And I think we're out. Okay, red 5, south 1, 2, yep. Could also possibly throw the 3, though based on his low discards near there, it's probably not the best of ideas right now. Likely after High Manzu, but thankfully not that one because he discarded it. If you'll play the 8 so for me, that'd be helpful. West Wind, 1. Bit of a gamble, but it should be fine. Your computer just does not handle Tenho. Hey, Kriev. He has played a 9, so that's fine. Means we're not going to hit Tenpai unless... what's he waiting on? So he's waiting on the 5-8 in Manzu, which is fine. I imagine he was in a high Manzu weight, and that's exactly what he was in. He does remain dealer, though. And nothing too special. Hopefully we draw an early dragon or something to bump this hand up a couple of values. Dora. Alright, let's get rid of dragons. It's possible. In fact, it's extremely likely if you've actually got into that other game, but yeah. Well, the AI can't win, so I don't imagine I'll be too sorry at that, Chiral. Okay, that's not a bad draw. Do I get rid of Vidora now, though? I think we do. Hey, Viking. Couple of games currently in progress. I don't know if you're actually in the other one or not, but... Oh, and that opens... Let's open Sanchiku, but I think we'll leave it for the moment and see what we can get. That's Tanyo established. So I'm looking at... Yeah, I could argue they've got the one there, but... It's fine. Okay, so a couple of 6s. What do I do here? Guess I get rid of the 5? Do I just go for the Tanyo here, or do I ignore it?
Home.
Yeah, let's go for that. They feel slightly bad, but... Tanyo, 1 Dora. I've pushed on worse hands.
Chi.
Especially when it actually looks as if that might have paid off. If he drops the 4 dot now, that actually gives me the open Sanchiku as well. Or I can call that and being Tenpai.
Home.
Yeah, I'm showing absolute nothing, but you know. No. Tempting, but no. No, they do not. As I don't usually use any of the bottom buttons, but you can sort of have automated presets. So you auto choose not to call, or you auto...
Sumo.
There we go. Self-drawn. Taniodora 1. Couple of 1,000 points, but it knocks Draconis off the dealer spot. So it's all good. Alright, we have a pair of Wests and not a lot else. I actually wouldn't mind a North restart if it comes to it, so... It didn't, but that's fine. Dragon. That's fairly useful. What do we get rid of in this situation? I think we get rid of a 9. What? But you're Mr. Reach all the time! Reach! Khan! You don't know how to play safe. Should probably be getting rid of the West Winds rather than that, but I guess it's not the end. It's also a Dora incorporated, so... Nice. Okay, so we have the pass established. We have a possible thing. Oh, that's your own fault. And you can't reach by... reaching is not playing safe, sir. Just FYI. Not playing safe. East. It's actually live. And now somebody's got... Yeah, okay, double ton. I'd be tempted to call that, but I don't actually have the Yaku set up yet. That actually might be useful. So if I draw the 4 now, that puts me into a 3-sided Pintu weight. No. Because I could also draw the 6, and that gets me somewhat way there. Don't think that one was included, but I will need some confirmation given the 86. Wow. Okay, double Dora. Okay, we'll toss the Wests here. Because it's now got 2 Dora, it's very possible that I'll make this open. And also Sanchiku is possibly there as well. It's fine. You can just send me a screenshot and I'll accept it. I'll probably accept it anyway, but at least now it's recorded so I can add it onto the list next time I get around to it. Yes, I think we do in this instance.
地
We're still one away, but we got 2 Dora, so I can afford to have the open possible Sanchiku. And in fact, yeah, there we go.
4
Or not. Darn it, I was going to call that. Oh well, dealer gets more points. I complain of that. When it's happened multiple times and when you eventually draw 4 in a row, that's when you can start complaining about that. Oh well. It was Tanya, Open Sanchiku, Dora free, so that was Mungan. Hence why I was attacking it, but... 2 tiles. No. It's too early to start calling. Oh, jeez. I'd leave that then, Cairo, in all honesty. Although, I don't know, Tenno's not normally that bad. And certainly doesn't seem to be bad for anybody else, but... Okay, I had Tenpai there and could have reached on just that, but I think it's better to wait this out a little bit. Get into a better weight. I know I'm discarding a Dora here, but... I could potentially be in a double pair weight, actually, Tanyo. Okay, we'll hold off for the moment. Unfortunately, the AI won't win. Okay, it's always tempting, but I think we'll ignore it. Yeah, so if I draw a 2, and problem is now if I draw a 3, I've put myself through a 10, but... God damn it. Alright, we'll stay in for a 10 Tenpai. Thankfully it's Pinfu, so we can win. Well, in fact it would be Sumo self-drawn anyway, but... But really we're looking to try and draw a 2 and get ourselves into a pair weight here. Yeah. So 3 of my outs are already... in fact, okay, so I can now only win on the 4. Interesting. Let's chain that down. Actually, it doesn't help me at all, does it? No, I'm still waiting on the 4, even if I start chaining it down. Because if I draw the 4 and to do that any further, then I would have it anyway, so... The only thing that changes the situation is if I draw another 2 or if I draw a third 6. I am not doing a bloody Furiten reach. Learn the game. Besides which, there is such a thing as stealth weight, and this is not exactly a stealth weight because it's Furiten and I can't win on anybody else's discard, but it almost counts for the same thing. That doesn't help me. 7 thankfully is a safe tile against the Dragon Call. And there are still 4 4s out there, so... South, okay. Here's where I need to use my cheating maneuvers to just jack a 1 so from the table somewhere. That'll be it. Or even better, just take it from the... oh, god damn it. Thankfully, I didn't get rid of any of my 4s.
1 Home.
Okay, double call. Well, at least it's safe, at least, so we'll get rid of that. It's a late reach, so we'll just see what happens. Jesper kind of has to go for this with 2 calls, but... yeah, actually, that put me out of for a turn.
Home.
No, it does not. I said that at the beginning. Free play Mahjong does not count towards things. Oh, okay, dodgy.
Dong.
Yeah, this is true. Alright, south to start. I mean, it didn't come off in any case, but with only the 4s available for winners, it felt a little dodgy still. Okay, let's see what we can do from here. Currently discarding circles, but I'm going to take that because I'm a dealer and I can afford to be aggressive. Mind you, the rest of the hand is a mess, but... do I go for that? Yeah, I think we might look towards the Honitsu here. It's our easiest route to anything. That's clearly in the other game. I said I'd play Sahib. No Rinchan still there. Still holding on to Dora Dragon, but one was just played. So. Okay, well, that changes things up. Especially as I think he's waiting on Sozu. It does have the sort of sound of it, in all honesty. This is horrible. This is a horrible hand to have right now for this. A dot. A dot should be reasonably safe at this point, so... reasonably. It wasn't guaranteed. I mean, I don't have any guaranteed Sozu tiles that I think are passing. I think he is waiting on Sozu. Suji. Okay, I now have a safe 2. And safe 1, actually. Okay, so I can get rid of this closed wait here and possibly try something. Okay, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad eventuality at all, that. Problem I got is what will go? $1 will. Can I actually get anywhere with this? So call that, toss the 9. Give him another draw. Not always a good idea, but I've given him another draw anyway. Gambling that on the basis was probably safer than the alternative. 6 is a double Suji now, so if he is waiting on that, he's on something odd. The only question is, will the 5-man pass? Because if it doesn't... I don't know what possible phrase you're talking about, but this is the last discard, so I don't think I was getting anywhere. What were you waiting on? You were waiting on a 4/7 dot discard. That's all fine. I mean, I'm still in the lead, so... No, Viking is not in the game with me. Jesper's in the game with me. Viking is allowed to comment on whatever I say at all. You know, he's allowed. And it may happen sooner or later, but it's not... I had a hand that was nearly it, but it's not just yet. Yeah, the 1-3 is slightly more useful than the 1-2, so we'll get rid of those first. Well, yeah, but I also haven't really had a hand that could make it. With the exception of 1, and even then it was sort of more towards a Tanyo anyway. Alright, we've got a couple of terminal pairs here. The question, I guess, really is, will we get to use this draw of 5? Possibly. Apparently, the initial thing is just killing off all our Manzu tiles. Well, there's 4 pairs, so it's possible I might be able to 7 pairs this. Or I just get rid of my entire Manzu. Yeah, okay. The plan is just discard Manzu and confuse people. Clearly, that is the plan right now. And if it was the other way around, if I had a pair of 5s, I might be calling and trying to force the Toy, but for now, we'll forego it and move on. Okay, triplet. So that potentially changes what we do. Of course, the ones are out. And definitely a no-no.
Each.
Okay, Draconis reaching. So we have a definite safe tile against that. We're still a couple away, in fairness. I hate to be so very useful to me if I'd have actually discarded, if I'd actually kept the 7, but fine. We'll fall for the moment. Okay, nice one from Tenpai. Problem is this 3 dot, which I don't think is going to pass under almost any circumstances. I mean, for one thing, he's discarded no dot tiles other than his 4 for the reach. There's no 1s to draw. It's only one of the 2s. This is a very unlikely winning hand from here, in all fairness. Oh, that's a horrible tile of me to just randomly pick up. So I think that is Fold Street. And how do I fold? I fold with the 1s. We're in the lead. We really don't want to be dealing into people's hands at this stage. If he goes big, well, he is in last place and he will just get to be dealer, which moves the game a bit closer to progression anyway. I've actually hit Tenpai, but I'm not going to keep it. Yeah, Freeman's actually safe, so. Okay, he was actually waiting on a closed 4, is that? Yeah, closed 4. So Dora Indicator, were there actually many left? Well, none of them were played. Obviously I had the one in my hand, so maybe it was a bit down on there, but no high tea for you. Okay, so we're sitting north. And not much really going on here unless I can squeeze myself into a quick hand by getting one of these two. Other than that, I think we're on the Honitsu plan. Kind of scuppered a little bit by that, which is why I would toss Fedora first. Okay, south as well. So we've got a potential 4-5-6 open Sanchku. In fact, 4-5-6 Sanchku entirely here. But of course, I have to get this first.
Chi.
So the real question is, do I go for this? The hand is basically worthless, though. No, it's lost to West now. They're not doing much for me, and I can get into Tanyo from that, so... I guess at that point, Tanyo would have made it worth it. Tanyo, Sanchku, Dora 1, definitely.
Each.
Okay, reaching on 2 of the remaining 5 dots is not a good option, but I'm just putting some pressure up.
Chi.
Apparently he's going to ignore the pressure and keep attacking, which is fine. If I get this, though, it's reach, Tanyo, Sanchku, extra Dora. It looks like he's going for something Jinshan related. Also, 5 dot is a safe tile to him, so that might come into play a little later. Oh, is it safe against me, or... Oh, we'll have to see. 3 of the 7s are out, so... I'm surprised how things are for this point. This is looking like it might just K out. Can someone post the results into the chat, please?
Chi.
Okay, attack from Draconis. Come on, 5 dots. Okay, 1 draw left. Nope, nope. Nope. Okay, Haite. I doubt I'll play the 5 dot even on a Haite. So there we go. It's fine as it happens, but that was a fairly big hand if it had paid off, and it was kind of worth it. I also had potential for a Khan as well. Okay, this is a much better hand. Double West and that. Thank you, Saint. White Dragon to continue. So that increases my lead a little bit, but it doesn't mean there's a lot of points on the middle. So we do a quick hand here, really.
Home.
Yeah, I figured that would go across me. So he's gone aggressive. He's also thinking quick hand. He does need 3 in order to make this work. I have Dora Dragon now in hand. That's not going to help me much. I guess my best plan here is probably go something like West Chanter.
Home.
But since the 1s and 9s are completely isolated, we'll ignore that for now. Okay, that now gives me the 3-dot potential there. I mean, I won't force the Chanter, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Yeah, that's kind of backfired, because that would have given me Sanchku. This is probably not the hand to go aggressive with. Truth be told. Especially I've done nothing but get rid of Manzu. Game is starting to punish me for things now. After that, we're ending up with this perfect stealth Manzu wait. No, it's just not happening. I mean, that's 5 consecutive getting rid of my last Manzu tile discards there, and I'm still... Oh, that's nice. Okay. So that's helpful. We now got a pair of dragons we can call on. It's also 2 Dora, so that's additional threat if it does get called. What I really need now is for... Okay, there we go. So now the Chanter plan is on. If I draw the 7 or the 3, I'm in Tempai. With 2 8s gone and 1 9, it's unlikely I'm going to get the Toy hand from this, but...
Gone.
Okay, that's fine. Just deal in. It's 1,000 points only, I can live with that. The hand I was brewing was better than that, so it moves me 1 place to dealer. 4,000 is enough. Is it close enough to strike? That's the only problem with the move, but... If it had reached, he'd have got a lot more points out of me. But I then probably wouldn't have discarded the 5. So, what are we looking at here? I want to keep the Dora west for the moment if we can. Okay, 2 sequences built up. So we're kind of looking towards pin 2 attack here. Maybe get rid of the 2-5 west next. Well, 2 west really are the 2 discards here, unless we decide to get rid of this closed. Which there's almost no reason to do that, unless I get something like a 3 or a 4, maybe. And even then, west is probably the tile to get rid of here. Because we're only big hands, we just need 2 wins. And if we win, if we get a quick hand here, it almost doesn't matter about the next hand, really, because we are dealer. Unfortunately, I can't call at the moment. Yeah, now we'll get rid of this. The only problem, I guess, is if we draw a 7 now, but... Also, as a random aside, we're on for the Nageshi. Always a consideration in the 3rd row when you get that far, but never a consideration when you get beyond the 1st, even though I always do.
Eat.
Okay, dealer reach. That means we cut the 1. Moves us a little closer towards Chanyo. We have a Suji tile here. Maybe I call this. No, we'll leave that for now. Red Dragon, I've played IC2, so that's fine. If he wasn't a single weight for the Dragon, that's very optimistic. So we don't want JPB realistically winning this because that puts him well into contention at that stage. No, we'll keep that fine. So what's he likely waiting on? High Manzu, probably an 8-5 weight, maybe? No, well, it can't be an 8-5. Okay. That probably means he's not waiting on Manzu then, even though he's discarded quite a lot. Well, 8's safe at least, so that's fine. Yeah, we know 8's safe from earlier, so that's fine. Yeah, what is he waiting on? I guess maybe high dots or possibly high Sozu, though seems unlikely. Yeah, I'd say high dots is his weight. That was 4, I could do that. Right, we'll leave that alone. We have a Khan, obviously, but we're not going to take it. Yeah, we could really do that 4 dot. So 4 dot discard 2. Nope. Hatsu. Yeah, we've seen a couple of those been played since he reached.
Chi.
Okay. So we reckon 2-5 is a possibility. It was a possibility.
Eat.
Yeah, I don't see how we get Tenpai from this. Largely because I don't think we got a single safe discard that's available unless I decide to go for it.
Chi.
Gone for it. We are in Tenpai on a 4-7. 4-7-6 actually.
Gong.
Okay, that is a huge non-dealer Buyman right at the death. And suddenly I need a lot of points. Okay, Dealer Mungan is enough. Or I can direct hit him for about 3 Han. So, yeah. That'll do. Alright, so we got 3 triplets in hand. I think we might go for the early aggressive call here and just try and squeeze out a Toy Toy. He's going to go for any quick hand he can manage. So anything nice and obvious. Oh, god darn it! That's one thing I didn't really want to give him. Alright. So now he might just have the win now. I might not be able to do a lot about that. Because really, my initial threat now comes down to whether I can actually get those calls down fast enough. Okay, South Dora. Let's not... I suppose he has got rid of one, but let's keep it for now. Bye, sir. Yeah, let's go aggressive here. We lose nothing by being aggressive right now, so... We're dealer. If we get the direct hit, all good. If we don't get the direct hit, well, it's still fine. But it makes any mid-tile dodgy. Anything we can do to kind of restrict what he's doing is a good plan. So 1 from Tenpai. few ways there. I'm interested to see this madness you speak of. Does it match the free 4-Khan madness that we managed in the free-player game?
Home.
Fortunately, we're waiting on the free 6, which is kind of a dead weight. Well, actually, it's not dead. There's still 6 of those left, but...
Gong.
There we go. Win number 1. Need a few more of those. And thankfully, it was so cheap that I could even win it off JPB here. So now, gap to 9-1. Please give me a better hand. That looks like a better hand. Okay, keep that. So we've got the 2-5-8 scenario going on. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Okay. So, cut the 5, go for Pinfu. So Pinfudora 1 isn't especially great. There's really no other value in this, is there? Oh, I suppose that's possible value. Okay, well, keep things going then for a moment. We also don't have a pair. That's the only thing kind of slowing this up. And I know we just got rid of Adora, but we might have something here. We might have something here. Sanchku or Itsu. Downside is we still need a pair, but... Just take the open Itsu here? No, we'll hold off. I'm going to regret that later. But if we need to go the Sanchku route, which is possibly Sanchku Chanter as well, the way this goes.
Each.
Well, so much for that. I don't work out the East in that situation, actually. They're all gone. Well, I suppose if Draconis is on a Hanuman... Got another Dora. So it could have been on a pair of those, actually. I need to be in Tenpai at the end of this, otherwise I will effectively concede first place. I will keep second, of course, but having given up the Itsu... Well, I have a pair. I can call and go for this if I want to. His hand's unlikely to be enough that I'll... Oh, there we go, Sumo. What did he have? Sananko. That's a big hand, actually. No, he got his Bioman. I think that puts him into second. It does. No, I got you into second. Well, not bad. Not bad. I think we'll leave that as is and just move on to the next game. So myself, JPB, Chiral, and Saint. I mean, I was going a bit around in circles in the way that worked out, but it's all good. I was not expecting the hand to be that big. It had, as mentioned, it would have to be at least a Buyman. I think Hanneman might have been enough, but I didn't see the hand being that big, I'll be honest. But annoyingly, that drops me the third. It means I lose points to Draconis, which I wasn't really going to... Ah, well. Yes, indeed. Victory for you, sir. And it's been long deserved, actually. Well, you two can just play another game in a little bit. I'm sure the other game of Madness will end soon. I was disappointed I'm not watching that, in all fairness, but, you know. So what are we looking at here, then? I guess there is the possibility of going in the Chanter, but... Again, there was a possible Toito, I guess, but I suppose Toito is slightly more likely now. I think we're still looking towards the Sandshrew for this one, though. If we get the 6, that would be Dora. This is kind of a nothing first hand, really. Let's get rid of this 1-2. Indeed, hi again. So I guess Toy Toy is a bit more of an option now. Yeah, let's go for the early Toy Toy. Kind of ruined my chance at this. We're giving up one of the 7s, one of the 9s here, so I'm really doubting this is going to pay off for me.
Each.
Okay, Cairo reaching. I have a safe tile, but I don't really want to get rid of it here. Nope. No immediate dealing. Yeah, not tossing Medora right now. Does mean that if I'd waited, I'd be in a much better shape. And I've got a safe tile for discarding here.
Chi.
Okay, Saint on the attack.
Dong.
Yep. Okay, so Chiral with a free hand as dealer to start things off. What even is my weight? Oh dear, that's not a good sound, Chiral. You've reached as dealer. You need to know what your weight is when you do that. Just in case you happen to be through a 10. Which is always worth checking before you press that reach button, and something that I've been famous for not doing in the past. And the not so past, actually, as it turns out. Yeah, because just that button comes up and you think, ooh, Tenpai! No. So I should always consider it. As it turns out, though, this isn't a bad hand at all, really. We've got easy access to Tanyo, and Dora, so... It does sometimes scare people off, in fairness. Depends who you're playing. Alright, good night, sir. I really wish I'd observed the other game now, because that's looking... It's sounding like it's going a bit mad. Someone may have to save me the replay for that, if they can.
Home.
So I could call this, but I'm going to... Yeah, okay, that was much better. Okay, so this gives me a few more options. It oddly seems like it's limited it slightly, but we still want to try and incorporate this door if we can. So if we were to draw a 5 or a 7 right now...
1
That's slightly annoying. Alright, 2 white dragons have been played, so that's fine. I've got 8 dots for safety. Draw a 7, discard 8. Draw something else, discard 8. Do I just go for this? I've been Tenpai at the 4 passes.
1
I've killed Nipatsu in anyway. Oh, I did pass. Okay. So double 8 for victory then. 8 is a safe tile against the player to my left, so... Tanya, 1 door. And win.
4
Sometimes it's important to kill the dealer turn off, even with a bit of a gamble, and that felt worth it. Also makes me much closer to the second now. So 1 door in the starting hand, and a few interesting bits. Obviously we want to draw something in the middle of this.
ポン
Okay, Carol's on the attack. Tanyo. Discard a door on the second discard.
1
So JPB and Chiral are in the aggressive mood right now. Probably means one of them has a dragon, or both of them have a dragon. Possibility of East as well, but we'll check that out later. For now, we'll just play a little defensively and try and build up. Possible half flush then? Maybe even a full flush, actually, depending, but he hasn't got rid of any non-dot tiles as of yet. Good draw. So if I draw a 7, actually, I'm in... Oh, no, I'm not quite free-sided weight at that stage, but 7 dot would be an ideal draw for me right now. Yeah, imagine somebody had a dragon, but apparently didn't call it. So yeah, that's probably the last of them, and somebody's holding a triple. DP is probably just holding it off, I would guess. Chiral, I imagine, would have called that. I'm making assumptions, which is a bad way to play the game, of course, but... You make assumptions, you make mistakes. Yeah, he's got nothing but low dot tiles on the west wing.
ポン
So, Toy Toy by the look of it, which is bizarre if he is, because he discarded... Okay, I guess he is going Toy Toy then. We just hit 2 Dora, which is nice.
ポン
Okay, so he's now basically in Tenpai. He could even have won from that if he was playing on. That means discarding any single tile is a bit of a dodgy one now. Still.
質問
Self-draw. Oh, he's in a single weight as well. That's not Tenpai. So dragon only. And he needed that dragon as well, in fairness. I imagine he was going Toy Toy, but that was definitely not the right kind of aggressive attack strategy. Still. Yeah, he should have been focusing on the all triplets plan. If he was going to call that aggressively from turn 1 and 2, as it was, effectively. Having a pair of dragons does not mean you have a Yaku established. That's an important thing to be aware of. In this case, yes, he's established a Yaku, so that's fine. But also, when you call, you really cheapen the hand. So you need to make sure it's worth it. Alright, Dragon 1, does he call that as well? No. I'm going to pass that first one. That's not too far away, actually, but I'm still going to wait. Okay, that's not too bad. Arguably that was the time to get rid of the geese, but we'll wait a little bit. Okay, that opens up the possibility of having a 2-3-4 sand queue, also just making sure I can incorporate a door if I draw it. Or if somebody plays it. See, this is a bit of the advantage of playing the east now, but it's fine. We'll hold off. Cut that. Multi-pairs now. Probably means I cut the east, in all honesty, from this position, even though it's a bonus pair. Yeah.
Boom.
Cut that, go for the Tanyo only. Move myself to dealer. So yeah, 2, 5, 1, 4, or rather just the 4 really. So I'm guessing you have a Toy or bonus only hand coming up then. Yeah, I couldn't call that. Toss for 9. That opens up what I can call actually a little bit more. Means if the 4 does get played, I can do something with it, and if it doesn't, well, I can't. Self-drawn. Imagine that's a trash hand. It is a trash hand. Moving things along, it's just not giving him a big finishing blow, which is, unfortunately, not going to help him out massively here. Alright. So this has potential. Well, that lead is very fragile. I get that. I get a 2-hand hand. I think I overtake that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Ultimately, if you get all low-value hands, you can win by that. You know, it can be done. All right, let's gamble a little bit and get rid of these. We'll move ourselves towards the possible Honitsu. Okay, probably not a Honitsu anymore, but if we get that dragon, then they're definitely on for it. And if not, we're only a couple away from now, so... Drawing the 8 or the 4 would be amazing right now. Fortunately, West is not our bonus tile, so we'll see about that. Dragon I probably would call at this point. 2 I was tempted, but no. See, the only thing we could do with that 2 is possibly force ourselves into an Itsu, but... But again, we need to draw these middle tiles. We can't afford to just be given them. Who's got the east then? Kyril has the east, so he's on for another quick hand. Done it. All the 2s are gone, so I think this 1 now has to be played at this stage, especially if we now draw a pair of 3s. Does mean I'm close, and can't call that, unfortunately, which is going to limit what I can do with this hand now. I guess we stay on this. Thank you. So Kyril's still attacking. I mean, he's got the 1 Yaku, but again, this is another trash hand he's building towards, unless I miss my guess. It's possible he's got something else though. Self-drawn, trash hand. Oh, he's got a couple of Dora in there as well. So that's a bit better than the trash hand. That's actually developing to something. Unfortunately, not much I can really do from that perspective, but it's fine. He's not out of range by any stretch, especially for all these cheap hands, but he's on a bit of a rampage now. Okay, toss for 9's early here. We have other pairs established, and it doesn't look as if it's going to develop the hand too much by keeping them. Especially as we now need to start thinking a little bit about value. Triplet of the freeze. I guess 4, 5, 6 Sanchku is the best hand from this. And a Tanyo in there. Possible Carnage. Okay, that's a really good draw. Alright, so that opens up a lot of options here. Possibly even the 4, 5, 6 Sanchku, actually, rather than going up to 7. Okay, discard the door. Also means I can call for Tanyo, I guess, if things go that way. May slightly regret that, but we'll see. I guess the only reason I would regret that if I drew a 2, but I could live with that. Avoid that. That's not a bad draw at all, actually, the way this is going. Let's keep our options a little open with this. It could potentially be a really bad thing to do because it's now locking me into a pair weight, but if I draw a 5, 5 or 3, that is not a bad thing for us to have. If I draw a 6, then I can go into 7 pairs, 1 away. If I draw a 6, obviously that opens up the that weight. Depending on which game you're talking about, I'm not quite there yet, but okay. I don't have a lot of draws left, but let's go for this. So 1 away from 7 pairs, Tanyo. Something. 2 4s are gone though, so yeah, we'll do the odds here. We're in 7. We're trying to get 7 pairs now. Means I probably should have kept that 9 from earlier, but yeah.
Each.
Okay, well, safe tile. Another safe tile. God darn it, I'd have had it as well. That would have been Tenpai. It's a little dodgy, but in fairness, the one should have been the play there. Even that's not a good discard against that hand. The 2 east. That's probably nearly a dead draw, actually. Okay, that puts me down in the 3rd. Some ground to make up here, but I am the last dealer, so I always have that as the potential winning line. Okay, pair of Wests. Pair of Wests, Dora. And I'd need a Hanneman to get definitely into first place from here. So how do we build to a Hanneman? In all honesty, this isn't really looking like a Hanneman hand unless a lot of crazy stuff starts happening. I'm not saying it won't, I'm just saying it needs a little bit of help. Okay, West Toy Toy seems like a reasonable route to take here. Or at least that's the aim. I mean, if it's a cheap hand, I can live with that, but... yeah, we see a dragon, so we go for that. This also potentially gives me the option of carning the 6s, should that come up. Yeah, somebody was thinking about that. Let's get rid of that. The main reason I'm getting rid of that, I suppose, is because the Sozi tiles are a bit more connected and I have more possible options with them. Also, just the fact that I've seen so many dot tiles getting rid of here, and the 5 is possibly slightly more likely at this point. Not anymore. Oh well, it was up until that point. Sozu Honitsu up top for the dealer? Not quite. That's actually quite a good draw for us, really. North is a good little stealth weight. There's only one left, but... means any of these were actually in Tempai. Or it can be Tempai from the 8 or North at this stage, if it's the last one comes up.
Each.
Okay, Cairo reaching from the lead. Not always a good decision, but we'll see what happens. It does mean I'm probably not going to can this. That also means we discard that way round and gamble time. So West Toy Toy now. Thankfully he has his guy to the south. So last North or the 8th, so then 7 safe.
Sumo.
God darn you. Well, that puts him up. That gives him his Hanneman he needed. No, wait, he wasn't the one who needed that Hanneman. Does keep me second, though. In fact, moves me a second because obviously he took a bit more of a hit than I did. And suddenly, I need a bit of a rampage. So yeah, 2700 is a lot more of a problem to deal with right now. That's the big hand he needed. I don't see why. That was a good hand, really. I don't feel bad for that. I'm not sure you shouldn't be able to hear me anyway, but don't feel bad for that. That's perfectly acceptable, and the game is not over. He has the aura, apparently. Here, though, we see somebody playing the risky game, but at this stage, yeah. Was ever a legitimate time to try carning stuff? It is now. Yeah, so JP is going for a huge hand, really, from that. Unfortunately, he didn't hit the Master of 8 Dora, but, you know. Okay, interesting. Seems unlikely I'm going to be able to develop this into anything substantial very quickly, but I guess I have Sozu Toy Toy Honitsu available, maybe? If I was feeling extremely dodgy. And Carol doing the thing of closing out the game here. I mean, he's got the lead, so he can afford to be a little more aggressive and try and close out the game, but he's got to be wary of big hands. Because he deals into them, suddenly his lead goes away. That was not what I wanted to see right there. You had 1600, you went for that. He's just playing for second. I play for wins, I'm afraid. I play for wins. Problem is that reaching is now a little dodgy for reasons that I would then match JPB's point score. But here we go. We just need a hand. Need a hand to start with and then begin our dealer rampage. 678 Sanchiku would be a perfectly valid way to continue. And I guess Humongin seems in. I know I've mentioned it on the 4th discard, which is never a good way to consider it, but. Okay. So what am I thinking here? Pinfu, possible Dora, if I can add the 5 in. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of this close weight here and just start. I realize Sanchiku is still technically on, but if we do a 7, it'd probably be best for this anyway, for double weight round. I don't know what I'm talking about at this stage, at this point, if I'm honest, but still, we'll carry on. I do need a lot of points back. That's frustrating. Okay, so I've put myself through a 10. Unless I happen to draw that 5 or that 8, and I need to draw one of them now. I suppose I could technically call one. Go for it anyway. Maybe bluff a reach here. But I imagine that people will go for it anyway. This is a very bad move. I'm Tenpai, though. Showing a couple of Dora.
1
And he just immediately reaches into it. I can't even win if I self-draw at this stage, but I've got 2 safe tiles. So much for my Tenpai.
Chi.
I don't know what JPB's after here. I think he's just after the 1,000 points to try and finish second, which is potentially fine, but I'm not sure it's a particularly valid tactic at this stage. Well, you didn't need to. But equally, it's not a bad move. Especially as I now need to hit a 7-man, or I'm a 7-so, or I hit a no 10 here. That puts me back in contention here. So what do I hit? Hope the 4 passes. Okay, well, I'm back in Tenpai. So I'm going to have to stick and hope it remains.
Dong.
Yeah. Had no choice on that one. Had to be in Tenpai at the end. That puts me the 3rd. Good game, Chiral. And I am going to call that a stream because I am feeling a bit out of it right now. So, 2 3rd places. That unfortunately cost me points. Bah. Well, good win for Chiral. I think he keeps him as one of the highest percentage ratings, though I do need to go and update the tracking spreadsheets to go and sort these stuff and things out. So, unfortunately, yes. Hello, Egan. You've caught us right at the end because I'm just wrapping up. Nah, unfortunately, we are going to have to count it, Chiral, but it should be fine. Nah. I probably should, but I'm honestly exhausted, so I'm going to call that. I'll try and catch lobby links and whatever else in the future. Somebody please post me the game description at some point, and yeah, I'll catch you all later. Until then.